Thank you.
Members may be heard for Matt Pym.
Hello, everybody. Matt Pym, 93 Overlook. I haven't been up here, I think, since December. Thought it'd be a good time to give you guys an update. Obviously, was a huge fan of the pause in January. Wasn't super surprised. Obviously, some new faces up there, and I get it. Hopefully, we can unpause this at some point and move forward. I think Rye wants to move forward, and I hope that you guys focus on that. A few things that we think about when we think about this project is obviously the need. I mean, the need is not going to go away. The need is there. I mean, we're talking about, we tried to put a number on it with somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 student athletes that need facilities. It's not going anywhere, whether it's this year, next year. It's going to be a topic. It's here to stay. These Rye youth organizations, we bound together as a group. We are all dealing with the same issues. If you want to talk to us, we are available. Every single board is available, all 6 boards. The size of the field, there's only 2 places it can go. So it's not really that debatable. The tests, it's been done a few times. We can go over if we don't like who we chose. We didn't choose them. City chose them. It's passed all of them. And fiscal responsibility. I mean, look, that's on let the kids play. But, this town, where we're sitting right now, this building was donated. It happens all the time. It's not, we read a lot of these online stuff, and, Rye Record publishes things. We shouldn't take public money. Look around the city. It's everywhere. That's how cities are built. A couple of things, too, I'd like to add. I'm running out of time, but there's a lot about the replacement costs I keep reading about online. We already agreed to pay for that. We could figure that out, how you want to put that in the contract. We could pay an annual fee per program. We'll figure that out. The other thing is, you guys were asking originally if we could come up with the money to advance the study from where it's been paused to the next level. I think it was $100,000. Whatever that number comes in at, whether it's 75, 85, 90, we've agreed as a group to pay for it in advance. That's a new piece of information to have some skin in the game, as long as you guys honor moving this thing forward like we did in December in the contract. Obviously, those dates got to move a little bit as we unpause the great pause, but we can work together. We can sit down with Greg and team like we did, talk about the dates, work together to figure this out. I do think it's the right thing. I do think we should move forward. Again, appreciate the great pause, but we're available. So for this March 6th date, hopefully that stays. As the funding group, we'd love to be involved in any way. It's kind of an important piece of the puzzle. I'd hate for you guys to get to the goal line and say, all right, how are we going to do this money-wise? And no one's asked us. We are around. So please reach out if it matters to you in advance. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Matt Cunningham.
First off, Sarah, welcome back.
Thank you, Matt.
I have a handout. The clock can be extended a couple minutes so the council could take it out. The agenda, the thing I want to talk about is Peck Avenue. And it relates to United Hospital and that development. In the handout I've given you the background on the proposed development. That development will be an impact to the city of Rye. Councilman Cunningham mentioned it in his campaign. I want to bring the council's attention to the fact is that people leaving United Hospital and eventually Rye Country Day properties are going to be going to I-95 North. And the only way to get to I-95 North, logically, is through Peck Avenue. So you have all this traffic that's going to be coming down Peck Avenue. Now, in your handout, this is not something that's new. This is a capital project that went back to 2007. That's been on the radar as long as the Forest Avenue sidewalk has been. So what has to happen here is 2 things. One, you can't have the traffic and transportation start ramping this up. And to be honest with you, Brian Dempsey has a conflict of interest. He knows it. He's acknowledged it. So something has to happen in the city here to acknowledge that this is going to be a huge impact to that neighborhood, and the combination of people coming at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, either eventually from Rye Country Day from a game or from commuters coming back from New York. there's going to be an impact going all the way back to the train station or possibly Beck Avenue, depending on the scenario. So what I'm asking is, one, a couple things, is logically look at this. I think the council said initially in January you guys want to reset things. This is not even in the capital plan for 5 years. It's got to be in the plan somehow. And some study has to take place as far as the impact. Now, Councilor Cunningham said there's going to be impact downtown. Well, there's another issue, is a study has to take place there as well. So, but the point being is this is micro information here that there's not going to be any doubt that people are going to be leaving that property and heading to I-95 North. You can't go through Portchester. That's 10 traffic lights, and you go up to Mill Street, and then you go on 95 that way. So I just want to bring this attention. You got the information that all you have. Finally, I know the mayor's not here, but I'll speak to the mayor at this point, is there's nobody more qualified to be on the Rye Town Park Commission than Jamie Jensen. I was a commissioner. I've been a supporter of Rye Town Park for years, and I advocate the mayor, in his absence, to appoint Jamie because there's nobody more qualified, more passionate about Rye Town Park. Thank you.
Thanks, Mac.
That's nice, Mac. Thank you.
Meg Cameron.
Hi, Meg Cameron, 5 Martin Butler Court. Thank you to all of you for hearing me. Council members, there's a disinformation campaign about the nursery field proposal, and it appears that one of you is involved. The city has been considering this proposal for 5 years. Sports field designers, hydrologists, and environmental scientists have studied it inside and out. The data that emerged was entirely encouraging. It showed that the project would make life better for Rye's kids and their families with virtually no downside. Besides the recreational benefits, the improved field would drain better, save tax dollars, eliminate fertilizer runoff, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. But there will always be people who resist change, no matter how positive. People on one side of the issue want to make Rye more family-friendly. Astonishingly, they're willing to pay for it themselves with a multi-million-dollar gift to Rye taxpayers. People on the other side ask quite reasonably if improving Nursery Field would increase flooding, pollution, or sports injuries. Would it cause heavy traffic or raise taxes? These are important questions, but they've been asked and answered. To sum up the answers, if facts could vote, every one of them would vote to proceed. The project's opponents countered with a barrage of false claims. The current issue of the Rye Record has 5 letters opposing Nursery Field. All 5 misrepresent the facts, and all 5 were written by friends of Councilman Josh Nathans. From the start, Councilman Nathan has been stretching to find something, anything wrong with the proposal. He began by saying he lives nearby, he considers Nursery Field his neighborhood park, and he enjoys walking his dog on its grass. By the way, this is an illegal use of the field, which is earmarked for sports, but that's another story. Residents objected to Nathan's conflict of interest. He then dropped the "I like it as it is" argument, but kept searching for a way to kill the project. What a loss for the community if he succeeds. Council members, it's not too late to do the right thing. Please end the March 6th information session by lifting the pause. Finish the plan and send it out to bid. Thank you.
Thank you, Meg.
I'm going to respond. I'm going to respond to that because it's an attack on me. I had nothing to do with the letters that are in the Rye Record. People are able to voice their opinion and write letters to the record. It's fascinating that you have been promoting the idea that I walk my dog in Nursery Field Park. I don't own a dog. I don't walk a dog in Nursery Field Park. Most people seem to know that. You seem to promote it. It's quite amusing, but I don't own a dog. I've never owned a dog so long as I've lived in Rye. I had a dog when I was a kid. It's the last time I was in the state of New Jersey. So anyway, with that, we can move on.
Well, I didn't go back and listen, but you did talk about walking in the park. I misremembered the dog. But the rest of it is
I referred
So-
to people who enjoy using the park. I referred to people who enjoy using the park for a broader range of things as a point in which folks who were here had raised, and I was summing that up. I don't need to defend the points that were made. Everyone heard what I had to say. But you seem to be very interested in attacking my credibility with an invented dog, and it's just inappropriate, not helpful. All we're doing is pausing so that everybody can catch up and get on the same page. That's the purpose. That was the stated purpose, and that's what this council is doing.